Nice to see you, Frederick. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
So 2009 was a stellar year for Skyworth.
Yeah,
what about 2010? Can you really match 300% growth in LCD TV sales?
I think that's what we expected because of the continuous economic growth in China and also the strong demand of TV in China as well. Yeah.
And this, of course, was boosted by the government subsidies.
Yes.
For rural individuals, they get subsidies when they go out to buy appliances.
That's right.
And the Chinese government says that they're going to keep these subsidies in place.
That's right. It will be last for 4 years from February 2009. And also the government has another subsidies program, which is the swapping old for new. That it will be happening in the urban area that will drive the demand even further. Yeah.
Right now, you're selling your LCD TVs at pretty low cost if you compare to the other foreign players, of course, what other people pay in North America for flat screens. So basically, Skyworth televisions are on average sold at 3,000 Hong Kong dollars a piece.
That's right.
That comes to about 384 US dollars,
That's right.
400 US dollars or so. What about prices going forward? A lot of people say that flat panel prices are going to fall from here because there's so much supply online and the technology, of course, it diminishes as the years go on.
That's right. We expected within the next 12 to 18 months, the panel price will be quite stable, although some of the popular size of the panel will have a price increase, a small price increase. But in general, the price will be quite stable, and that will help us to stabilize our margin as well.
Yeah. It may fall a little bit after Chinese New Year, right?
Yes, that's right. And then after that, it will go back when we meet the second half of next year, then this year, I mean 2010, then we will see the panel will be a little bit tight as well because of the peak season in China again.
Yeah, and when you say fall a little bit, what is that? Fall maybe 5%?
5%, I think we expect less than 10% increase.
Yeah. Now, it's interesting to me that you say panel prices will probably maintain stability in the next 1 to 2 years.
Yeah.
But as I mentioned, you know, panel prices continue to go lower and lower with each year.
But I think our understanding is at the moment, the panel price is a bit, just barely cover the cash cost of the panel supplier. So we do not believe that there is a further room for decreasing of the panel price, although there will be increased capacity after 18 to 24 months. That will be new scenes coming out at that time.
And Skyworth is going to keep your prices intact.
At the moment, we have been trying to do that.
Now, it's interesting. I don't know if our viewers know this, but in China, the local names actually dominate the flat panel industry, whereas names like Samsung and Sony, et cetera, seem to be too expensive. But they are gaining market share year after year.
They had gained a lot of market share before the Beijing Olympic. But after the Beijing Olympic, all the local players becoming dominant in all the top rank. And basically, I think they have changed their strategy a bit. Maybe they are now focusing on the high-end TV instead of competing with us across the whole range of TV, just like what they did before the Olympic. So also the foreign player, they do not have a sophisticated distribution power like or distribution network like us, especially in the third tier, fourth tier city to rural area. So that hampered their growth in those areas.
And Skyworth sees sales growth of maybe 35% this year?
Yes, that's what we expected.
Yeah, that's stellar. What about expansion overseas, since you're doing so well in China? Are you looking overseas at this point? And
yes.
When you say you are looking overseas, you're looking at the developing markets.
Right. We are looking at the emerging market. And I think that's the market where we would encounter less competition as in the developed country like US or Europe. And but our going forward on overseas market will be step by step. We will not take a drastic step to go trying to get into the market.
Now, Frederick, how do you fight the stigmatism out there and belief that Chinese-made goods, technological goods, are not of very good quality?
I think that is a sort of a misconception. Maybe that's happened for the consumer electronic product before, maybe 10 years before. But now I think Chinese manufacturers are quite sophisticated, especially in the application technology.
Why don't you do what Lenovo did in order to get to credibility? They went out to buy a foreign brand. Why doesn't Skyworth do that?
Well, maybe we are not that aggressive. You know, we were not trying to aggressively enter into foreign market by acquiring another brand. That's our group strategy. Yeah.
Okay, Frederick, nice talking to you
Thank you
today,
very much.
and good 2010 to you. That's Frederick Leung of Skyworth Digital.